Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night. I am recording this video at 3:30 in the morning, so I do apologize if my voice sounds a little bit groggy right now. I'm still kind of waking up after, waking up at 3 in the morning. But this news just dropped: the reveal of Power Rangers Prime, the brand new relaunch of the Power Rangers comic. Now, we knew a brand new Power Rangers comic was in the works ever since San Diego Comic Con. It leaked out there with that little lunch meet and greet that they did. We saw sort of like what's to come. Power Rangers Prime was one of them. We didn't get any information on Power Rangers Prime during Comic Con, which is crazy that they didn't do that. That would have got people talking. But seeing that it was coming out in November, I knew that we would find out more information. When the solicitations in August would drop, that would take us up to November. And lo and behold, we have information on Power Rangers Prime. We know who's working on it. We have an idea what it's going to be about. And we have a look at who might be the main character of this story. And it kind of took me by surprise with who the main character of this comic book might be. So, let's go over it. I'm going to read the article by IGN, and I'm going to go over it now. Like I said, if I sound groggy or if I sound a little like raspy or something like that, voice sounds a little bit more monotone than usual, well, like I said, I'm still waking up. I'm still drinking water. I'm still waking up. Oh, let's read this article. So, Power Rangers Prime is Power Rangers Prime is a beginning for it's a new beginning for the franchise. So, let's read this article. And I kind of knew we would find out information about this because Melissa was teasing stuff on Twitter. So, Boom Studios' Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series has long established itself as the best licensed comics on the stands. The series has spent years building on the foundation of the beloved TV series and establishing new Power Ranger characters like Lord Drakkon and Ranger Slayer. But it all finally came to an end this summer with the release of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Darkest Hour Issue 1. An 8-year saga has come to a close, but good news, everyone! Boom Studios isn't finished with the franchise by any means, which a lot of people were wondering, a lot of people were speculating. They were saying, oh, Boom's done with the franchise. Boom's probably going to lose the license. Like, people were trying to spin that. And I kind of got caught up in it as well. But then again, Boom Studios said, nope, we ain't done. We ain't done by any chance. So, that they said they simply are relaunching the series with a new number 1 and a new status quo. The publisher has something more ambitious in mind. Cue Power Rangers Prime, a completely fresh start with the franchise that shares more of a little common with the Marvel's Ultimate Universe. Guys, if you're not reading the Marvel Ultimate stuff, you are missing out. Ultimate Spider-Man, freaking amazing. The Ultimates, really freaking cool. Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate X-Men, really great stuff out there. Even like some of the older Ultimate stuff is really freaking great from back in the day. The new series is written by current MMPR writer Melissa Flores and illustrated by Iron Fist's Michael YG. Or Michael Yo? I might be getting that wrong. Because I've seen Michael Yo, I've seen Michael YG. But Melissa is back. I'm glad that Melissa is back. Melissa did a fantastic job with the Darkest Hour storyline, and like I said, Melissa worked on Power Rangers in the past. She gets these characters, but now she gets to play with her own original series. So, let's read this article. I actually want to read the interviews for this one, but we're also going to go over the covers in a bit. Let's go over the covers like after this article, because it's a lot to go over. So, to learn what exactly Power Rangers Prime is about and how it reinvents a familiar... Go away, Surfshark. And how it reinvents a familiar story, IGN spoke with Melissa and its editor, Allison, to check out an exclusive preview of the new series in a slideshow gallery down below, and then read for much more. Okay, let's look at the slideshow. So, here's Laura from Samurai. I believe it's Laura from all the previews, and it looks like she's wearing a totally different getup. And then we've got the main cover here, the female Red Ranger, which some people are complaining about, like, they're complaining about that it's either a female or they're complaining about it's more MMPR, but this is a different take on, like, whatever the MMPR universe is doing for its, like, Ultimates verse, as they're calling it. And then here's another cover here done by Junie Barr. Some fun art style. Red Ranger, it's a Red Ranger. Unfortunately, okay, that's meant to be a parody of something brought to you by the Eltarian Empire. We've got our main cover of Laura here in a different world. Or no, she's in old school Japan. It's just with the lining. This looks like a pretty cool cover. So yeah, we've got her standing here. Red Ranger standing right here. And here we've got preview pages. So this is a little bit weird because we see the light of energy, the different colored fingers, and this mysterious Red Ranger. And then we have I think this is Laura. They haven't confirmed it, but we'll find out. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm reacting to this as it's coming out, so I could be wrong. I could be right, but like we're reacting to this in the moment as the article dropped. So large explosion. They jump forward. They morph. No, I think this is Laura because of the morpher. Absolutely, this is Laura. So this is Laura getting transported to a brand new world. So they morph. They get blasted by Eltar. Oh, so she gets transported to Eltar. Let me go back to the Eltar cover. So we're gonna have like this storyline of Eltar like took over Earth or something, like what freaking Zoltar was doing. Zoltan was doing. What's it, Zoltan? One of the Z's were doing. Zoltan with Z. I think it's Zoltar. I can't remember. It's been so long. But yeah, we've got freaking Laura fighting them. They morph, and then yeah. So let's get out of here and read more of what's going on. The end of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's a big deal that Boom Studios is ending the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series after 8 years and well after 100 issues, particularly with a long-running TV series and having recently concluded. This is very much the end of an era for the franchise. Melissa reflects on the appeal of MMPR on the MMPR comic, noting that it's a real success that can be encapsulated in previous writer Kyle Higgins' approach to the book. Yeah, Kyle did a really freaking great job with the interview. Like, if it wasn't for Kyle doing such a great job on Shattered Grid, then I would not have covered it on the channel, and you probably wouldn't be listening to me talking to your ears today. So, we've got that. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle Higgins, who started our amazing run, said very distinctly that he wasn't telling Power Rangers the way it was, which was aimed at younger kids, a little campy and a little over the top. He was telling Power Rangers the way he remembered it. He remembered telling Power Rangers the way he remembered it making him feel. Melissa told IGN, and it always really stuck with me. I always thought that was really incredible. These books took the characters you fell in love with and treated them with so much respect in terms of really digging into their character arcs and establishing who they were as people and what the power meant to them. We are able to do so. I cannot speak right now. We are able to do amazing things, and with these incredible writers came up to these brand new characters only existed in this comic book world, and the fans in general fell in love with it. Okay. Okay. So, prior to spearheading Power Rangers Prime, Melissa was tasked with bringing the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic coming to an end with Darkest Hour storyline, which saw Rita Repulsa again. Well, we saw that, so we kind of know how Darkest Hour ended. We just kept drinking more water. Oh, this sounds juicy. Another quote from Melissa. We had over 100 issues of incredible Power Rangers story arcs, and Darkest Hour was the accumulation of those stories. So it essentially meant our finale, and I was brought on board to write it. What I really wanted to do was take every single arc and honor it in some way to create a coherent story that really talks about the resilience of Power Rangers. The idea, especially coming out of COVID and everything, is the world may not never be the same, but that doesn't mean Power Rangers will ever change. They're always going to be who they are, they're always going to fight, they're always going to fight as a team, and they're always going to protect the world, even if the stakes seem super dire. Ooh, that's a good quote from Melissa. Okay, how Power Rangers Prime reshapes the franchise. With a conflict that was a massive in scope, the question is inevitable. What's next? How do you feel a follow-up with the destructiveness of Darkest Hour? That's what I want to know. Simultaneously, how do you appeal to new readers who haven't been following the Power Ranger comics in the past 8 years? This is what the editor said. So they're wiping the state clean. Okay, so let's read. We're always gearing towards the grand finale for the 8 years of Mighty Morphin Power Ranger comics, and we were looking for an opportunity to relaunch in a fresh way, pull in lifelong Power Ranger fans, but also new fans and people who might look at the larger scope of the Power Rangers TV shows, comics, and be a little imitated by the feeling. Oh, there's so much I have to catch up on before I dive into a story about the Power Rangers. That's what Ellison said. So we wanted to take the opportunity to really set the table and start fresh. Build something kind of from the ground up. And I know it's been exciting for Melissa to get to do that because we both came onto the comics over the past year too, basically shepherding this grand finale in. And now it's really cool to give Melissa a blank slate to give her the opportunity to stretch her muscles and do a lot more ground up creation for the Power Rangers. This isn't the first time Boom Studio has relaunched the comic. Okay, so are we going to find more stuff about Power Ranger comics? Because let me see if we find out what this is about. Should we get to do something brand new? The story arcs. Okay, can we get an idea what this is about? There's a lot to go over. Wow, there's a lot to go over with this article. Holy smokes. Okay, so the beautiful thing about Power Rangers Prime is we can take familiar elements that we love about Power Rangers and add new elements. And we can really turn them into a true comic experience so we don't have to worry about what other media is doing. We can just focus on what we love about Power Rangers in this comic book series. So the reboot seems like Marvel's Ultimates or DC's upcoming Absolute Universe. Like the Ultimate line, Power Rangers Prime will be streamlining long-running property and make it fresh, accessible for a new audience, Melissa said. It's one of those things where I love the Ultimate Universe, but I definitely don't want to do the exact same thing they did. I mean, it might end up being that way just because they do it so beautifully, but it might be unintentional. Okay, so Melissa loves the Marvel Ultimate Verse, so things might look the same. But this is just coming out of love because of how great the Ultimate series is. Okay, Melissa's got a good idea. Do we have an idea what the story is about? Let's see. Okay. Okay. So, blending Power Rangers eras, it remains to be exactly seen which Power Rangers will be the main focus of Power Rangers Prime, but one thing's clear, it won't be another simple book with the classic Mighty Morphin crew. Okay, for everyone who was saying this is going to be nothing but Mighty Morphin, that kind of debunks your theory. And Laura is the main cover. It looks like Laura is going to be the main focus for this first couple of story arcs. So Lawrence Sheba from Power Rangers Samurai will be the main focus. So, this is what we're going to do from the plot. When we see Lauren, she's on the run from the Eltarian police force who are hunting her down because she's a Power Ranger, Melissa teases. And she's come to Angel Grove for a very specific reason and runs into trouble. As we follow her, we start to meet a whole brand of other characters who either help or hurt her, depending on how they feel about Power Rangers. Okay. So it sounds like we're in this universe where Power Rangers are either loved or hated. And we also get to see this new Angel Grove that looks like how it came to be. So it's not the Angel Grove we remember, and there's no Zordon, so they kind of have to figure it out on their own, and the audience gets to do that with them. Nice, I like that. So we're going to be going into this blind as well. This should appeal to fans who are expecting or hoping Boom Studios to move ahead Power Rangers timeline and transition the power... Okay. This should appeal to fans who are expecting and hoping the Boom Studios to move ahead in the Power Rangers timeline and transition from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to Zeo. This new series might not be what they're expecting, but it's now room for characters from all various Power Rangers shows to appear. Interesting. Okay, we have a look at every single Power Rangers character, Mighty Morphin, all over the place. Mighty Morphin might not be the place. So, let's think how they chose Lauren, and there's going to be a Megaforce character in there. Jungle Fury characters are going to be in there. It looks like, okay. Melissa's going to have a lot of fun. She goes on to talk about Spider-Gwen. I need to read that Spider-Gwen run. Oh no, wait, one of her books was the original Spider-Gwen run because it saw all the characters we knew manifesting in different ways, and it's clearly not not clearly an inspiration for this, but in terms we look at familiar cases. Okay, this looks like it's going to be like another alternate universe, and I'm all for that. But yeah, so we've got the art that we went over earlier. Okay, I think that's everything. This series sounds freaking amazing. So this is going to be like an Ultimates universe for Power Rangers. So I can't wait to see how it's going to go. Like, Laura's going to be the main character, which I loved Laura in the Shattered Grid arc, but now we're going to get like a different Laura, traveling to this different what-if world, and meeting all these different Rangers from across different series. So this should be very interesting. And I do wonder, is this also going to be following up from the events of Darkest Hour? Did the events of Darkest Hour lead to how this universe turned out? Because we're in a different universe. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, we now have our first information on Power Rangers Prime. You heard it here. Probably not first, but you heard it here on Deoxy 360. So, if you want to hear all the Power Rangers news and reviews and stuff like that as it's coming up month to month, week to week, subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be giving it to you. So with that said, I'm out of here. It's nearly 4 in the morning. I'm going to be up for work in 45 minutes. I will see you guys later. Peace out, take care, and thank you for watching.